Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB and today is the 23rd of June 2026 and unfortunately guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have fallen down a lot. Now the reason Satoshi is completely different and this is connected to SpaceX, and there was a recent sell-off in SpaceX stocks, and because of that, looks like there is a spillover and that has triggered a broader risk among the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So it is a bit unfortunate because of the sell-off in stock prices regarding SpaceX. The prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have fallen down, so external factors, they directly and indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it, Satoshi?
Exactly, George. That shift in sentiment around SpaceX is definitely sending ripples across the broader market. It's a key topic for discussion, and we'll get into how those dynamics are playing out, along with what some analysts are watching for next. There's a lot to unpack in terms of the interconnectedness of these markets.
Now in today's episode, Satoshi will definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now what has happened, guys? President Donald Trump via Truth Social did actually state that 19 million barrels of oil has flowed out of Straits of Hormuz, and this according to me is a record. Now this news, Satoshi, will actually mean that the prices of oil will fall down, which will indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now what is really important to know, Satoshi, because of that, we have seen significant amount of inflows in the world of crypto ETFs, despite the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies falling down. So could it be possible over the next coming days, we might be seeing resurgence in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? That is at least what the Matrix are saying. Now in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and delve into this. Now we do have 4 macro level news to uncover in today's episode. The first one, according to me, is a massive news, Satoshi, and looks like President Donald Trump, he wants to go ahead and make cryptography great again, and he signed an executive order, Satoshi, and this is to counter cryptographic threats. This is definitely a massive deal. And this executive order, according to me, goes beyond cryptocurrencies as well as in it, Satoshi.
You're absolutely right, George. Those external factors like geopolitical tensions affecting oil prices or major news events like President Trump's actions on cryptography have big impacts. They shift the whole risk landscape, which directly influences what happens with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. We're seeing that play out in the market data, like you mentioned with the ETF inflows, even during a price dip. It's complicated, for sure.
Now in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this executive order is. Now the next news, Satoshi, according to me, is real important news. And NICE, that is International Continental Exchange, they are partnered with OKX. And here's the thing, Satoshi, they're working on traditional finance and cryptocurrencies. And a former mayor is involved in this. And this mayor, guys, was from the city of New York. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. And the next news that we're going to be talking about is regarding MoneyGram. And the news, Satoshi, is that MoneyGram, they have decided to join Solana as a validator. So this news, according to me, is real important news. So we'll definitely go ahead and inform our listeners more information regarding this. Now the final news of today, Satoshi, is all the way from Mika. And looks like we have a new stable coin. But this stable coin, Satoshi, will actually be backed by Swedish krona. So really important news, I guess. So look, guys, despite the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies falling down since the last 24 hours, if you look at things at a macro level, particularly information that is connected to crypto ETF and outflows, now we have inflows. So there is a very high possibility we might be seeing resurgence in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So definitely exciting few days ahead over the weekend. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, Satoshi, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news is a really interesting news. And this is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and Sorbonne University, Abu Dhabi, guys. They've announced a strategic collaboration with Open Innovation AI, so we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. Now the final news for today, Satoshi, is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Food and Drug Authority, also called as SFDA. They have granted marketing authorization for AI-powered medical app. Really important news. So it looks like, Satoshi, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode, but before we do that, a quick word from our sponsors. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, cause they offer 24/6 human customer service as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Cause for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right guys, palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock guys is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners guys, we have something really interesting for you, cause you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as ETH Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they are taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they are focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.ant.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet, and this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's quickly run to the global cryptocurrency market. Now unfortunately guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is only at $2.29 trillion. But what is really worrisome is the 24-hour volume isn't looking that great. It is only at $70.17 billion. Now look guys, 19 million barrels of oil has actually flowed out of Straits of Hormuz. This according to me is a positive sign. But am I right in saying, Satoshi, we might be seeing the impact of that over the next coming days, maybe over the next coming weeks? And that will definitely set the trajectory for the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to be pumping up, isn't it?
That is absolutely correct, George. 19 million barrels of oil flowing from the Strait of Hormuz is definitely a positive sign. This demonstrates a continued supply, helping to stabilize global energy markets, which in turn can support economic growth in the US and elsewhere. When the economy is stable and there's confidence, investors often feel more comfortable putting money into riskier assets, like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, driving prices up. This situation points to a potential easing of supply pressures.
You're absolutely spot on, Satoshi, and you talked about investor sentiment, and according to me, only because of that, we are seeing inflows in the world of crypto ETFs. And since the last trading day, Satoshi, the crypto ETF inflows is at a staggering $104.5 million. But here's the thing, guys, if you look at the volume of decentralized exchange, things are definitely not looking that great. It is barely touching the $5 billion mark, $5.10 billion to be precise. And if you look at the total fees connected for these transactions, Satoshi, it is below the $60 million mark at $57.83 million. And the total value locked has been consistently on a downtrend. Since the last 24 hours, it is only at $73.19 billion. And one matrix, Satoshi, which I personally keep an eye on, this is the decentralized exchange ratio dominance. and that is showing only at 20.84%. Now what I want you to do next, Satoshi, is I want you to read out some matrix that is connected to decentralized exchanges. So why don't you tell our listeners the top 5 platforms in the world of decentralized exchange for our listeners, please?
I can certainly do that. Looking at the top 5 decentralized exchanges by trading volume, Uniswap is leading with $1.34 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $606.63 million. Then we have Aerodrome with $503.44 million, BisenFi at $229.55 million, and finally Orca with $213.97 million. All of these platforms play a significant role in facilitating trades directly between users.
They're definitely playing a significant role, but here's the thing, Satoshi. The volume is absolutely horrendous. According to me, this number should be at least 3 times or maybe 5 times of what it is. Let's see if the world is heading towards decentralized exchanges. Now here's the thing, guys, if you look at the volume of stable coins, according to me, they are the matrix of the cryptocurrency world, and unfortunately the numbers aren't looking that great either. This number at least now should be 3 times of what it is, and Tether USDT's volume, guys, is below the $60 billion mark. It is at $57.56 billion. Circle USDC's volume is at number 2nd, but his volume is below the $10 billion mark at $9.41 billion. At number 3rd is FDUSD with a volume of $92.44 million. Now what I want you to do next, Satoshi, is I want you to run to the market cap, tell our listeners what the 24-hour trading volume is, and the dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as matrix connected to Binance BNB Coin for our listeners, please.
Current data shows the Bitcoin market cap at $1.28 trillion with a 24-hour volume of $24.65 billion. That puts Bitcoin's dominance at 56.20%. For Ethereum, the market cap is $208.18 billion with a volume of $12.34 billion over the last day, giving it a dominance of 9.01%. We also see the Binance coin holding a market cap of $79.47 billion with nearly $931.21 million traded lately.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. And here's the thing, guys, if you look at Binance BNB Coin's market cap, in December it was about the $90 billion mark, but in 2026 it is consistently below the $80 billion mark. Definitely not ideal. Now look, Satoshi, in every blockchain DXB podcast, we tend to look at one new matrix. Today what I want you to do is, I want you to read out matrix connected to governance tokens. But before that, Satoshi, why don't you tell our listeners what a governance token is, and then also highlight some of the benefits as well as negatives of governance tokens. Now look, Satoshi, am I right in saying governance tokens essentially is another way to go ahead mass centralization? Me personally, I'm not a fan of governance token as such, but why don't you tell our listeners your opinion regarding it?
Governance tokens are essentially digital tokens that hold voting power within a protocol, letting you have a say on things like future updates. A key benefit is that it decentralizes decisions, but the downside is sometimes large holders can exert too much influence, leading to centralization concerns, which I know you're worried about. As for your question about my opinion, I see both sides. They're a powerful tool for community control, but also introduce risks if not managed properly. Now, looking at the governance token market-specific data, the total market cap is currently $32.1 billion, with only a 0.1% change in the last 24 hours. Major players like Hyperliquid are at $14.84 billion, followed by WorldCoin at $2.10 billion, Uniswap at $1.85 billion, Polkadot at $1.57 billion, and Sky at $1.37 billion.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. Really appreciate this. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and run to the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Do you want to tell our listeners what the price of Bitcoin is? What is going on since the last 24 hours and 7 days? As a matter of fact, do the same thing for Ethereum as well as Binance BNB Coin for our listeners, please.
Sure, George. Let me go ahead and do that for you. Bitcoin's price is $63,906, down 0.08% over the last day, and down 2.79% for the week. Ethereum is at $1,724, with a small dip of 0.29% since yesterday, but up 2.60% for the week. And Binance Coin is trading at $589, showing a slight gain of 0.01% in 24 hours, and up 3.63% over the past week.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. But here's the thing, guys. If you look at the Fear and Greed Index, right now it is at fear and the number associated is 22. But could it be possible, Satoshi, because of smooth flow of oil in Straits of Hormuz, we could see hike in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies over the next coming days? And here's the thing, guys, whatever we are saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go and do your own research. What is your opinion, Satoshi, regarding the impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies?
That's a very interesting point, George. With the sentiment being in fear at 22, it suggests a lot of uncertainty, but also potential buying opportunities for those looking to accumulate. And you're right, that improved flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz could definitely boost confidence and lead to price hikes, assuming other conditions remain favorable. We've seen correlations before. Of course, as the standard disclaimer goes, everyone should rely on their own research. It's about balancing the potential risks with these positive developments.
Absolutely correct, Satoshi, and in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we'll definitely go ahead and update our listeners as much as possible. Now let's go ahead and discuss a really interesting move by President Donald Trump. And President Donald Trump, guys, he wants to go ahead and make cryptography great again. And President Donald J. Trump does want to secure the nation against advanced cryptographic attacks. And what he did, Satoshi, he signed an executive order to safeguard America's most sensitive data, the critical infrastructure, and also the digital economy that drives job and growth. Now what we'll do, Satoshi, in today's episode, we'll go in depth in detail explaining what the executive order is, because the executive order, Satoshi, does accelerate post-quantum cryptography migration across federal agencies with clear deadlines and leadership roles, and they've also launched a pilot program, and they want to support global adoption, strengthen contractor cybersecurity rules, protect critical infrastructure, improve cost efficiency, and reinforce US national security, and they also want to emphasize technological leadership in the quantum era. Now what do you make of this news, Satoshi? This news is definitely important, isn't it? And am I right in saying this news directly impacts Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as well, isn't it?
This executive order is significant, George. By prioritizing defenses against advanced cryptographic attacks, this order really underscores the national security implications of future technologies like quantum computing on our digital infrastructure. It's preparing for threats that don't even exist yet. I'd say that's a critical step for securing long-term stability, both for the government and potentially for economic sectors as well. The focus on post-quantum cryptography definitely seems proactive.
Now here's the thing, guys, so far as this executive order is concerned, it does actually emphasize on 3 areas. The first one is driving innovation while defending data. The second one is putting America first in cybersecurity. And the third one is leading the world in secure technology. So why don't we do one thing, Satoshi? Let's go ahead and break down each and every element. The first one, as we talked about, is driving innovation while defending data. So here's the thing, guys, the executive order mandates an accelerated nationwide migration to post-quantum cryptography to secure sensitive data and critical infrastructure against emerging quantum computing threats. And here's the thing, guys, they're focusing on leadership and guidance, agency actions and cost saving, and also supply chain security. Now regarding leadership and guidance, Satoshi, what the executive order states, the Office of Management and Budget, that is OMB, and the National Cyber Director will spearhead the migration, supported by practical guidelines from the Department of Commerce, NSA as well as DHS. And regarding agency actions and cost saving, Satoshi, federal agencies must designate a PQC lead and also focus on transitioning high-value assets to PQC between 2030 and 2031. Meanwhile, OMB, that is the Office of Management and Budget, the Department of War, NASA and GCA will coordinate the cost-saving opportunities and the strategy. And regarding supply chain security, Satoshi, the Federal Acquisition Regulatory Council will require covered contractors to meet strict federal security standards and vulnerability disclosure policies by the end of 2030. This, according to me, Satoshi, is definitely important, isn't it? Now what about putting America first in cybersecurity, Satoshi? Do you want to tell our listeners what is it that the executive order focuses on?
Now, regarding the second focus of the executive order, George, looks like it is definitely putting America first in cybersecurity. Specifically, the administration is taking decisive steps to defend the American people, preserve economic strength, and secure critical infrastructure networks. The Department of Commerce will launch a PQC migration pilot project to be completed by December 31st, 2027, serving as a successful proof of concept for other agencies to follow. This initiative extends beyond the federal government, helping commercial owners of critical infrastructure protect vital networks like power grids, water systems, and transportation. And finally, the order prioritizes an intense focus on technical and organizational professionalism to improve the baseline resilience of the nation's information systems. I think that's a proactive way to look at it.
It definitely, Satoshi, and looks like the United States of America wants to lead the world in secure technology, which by the way is the next emphasis of this executive order. And this executive order is built on long-term strategy to maintain an unrivaled American advantage in cyberspace and also quantum research to sequential legislative and executive actions. Now here's the interesting thing to note, guys. The foundation for this was actually set by President Donald Trump in his first term, and this was done during the 2018 to 2020 era, as this was initiated by the National Quantum Initiative Act in 2018, which established the first whole of government quantum strategy and led to a doubling of federal quantum research and development budget by 2020. And this move by President Donald Trump follows a series of major security actions, including the Cyber Strategy of America March 2026, which was another executive order. and that was focused on advancing AI for cybersecurity and a national security presidential memorandum protecting military and intelligence system. And now looks like Satoshi, President Donald Trump will be making cryptography great again, and now they have global dominance as well as in it. And this executive order, Satoshi, does actually direct the State of Department and other agencies to actively assist foreign allies, international industry groups, and global infrastructure operators in transition to post-quantum cryptography, thereby solidifying US leadership on the world stage. According to me, Satoshi, this is definitely a genius move. So am I right in saying Satoshi, the President Donald Trump, wants to go ahead and make cryptography great again, and this news directly impacts Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as well as in it?
That's correct, George. This builds on some previous momentum. President Trump's earlier actions in 2018 established the foundation, and this new order expands on that, specifically focusing on post-quantum cryptography to protect data against future quantum threats. It directs federal agencies to collaborate internationally and helps commercial providers secure critical systems like power grids. It's a pretty comprehensive approach to maintain America's advantage in cybersecurity, which many expect could positively influence long-term sentiment in the crypto market as well. It's certainly a strategic development.
Definitely, Satoshi, and according to me, President Donald Trump is definitely making the right moves. Now let's go and discuss the next news, Satoshi, and this news is connected to Andrew Cuomo, who I believe was a former mayor of New York City, isn't it, Satoshi?
That's right. He was the governor of New York.
And regarding this news, Satoshi asked that his International Continental Exchange, they have partnered with OKX, and they have formed a joint venture to connect traditional financial markets with digital asset and tokenization assets. Now this partnership aims to build regulated infrastructure that could give OKX users access to ICE futures and tokenize NYSE equities, but at this point of time it is subject to approval, and this is where Andrew Cuomo kicks in, Satoshi, because this particular venture will be co-chaired by ICE along with Andrew Cuomo, who I believe has been working with OKX since 2023. Now look, Satoshi, leaders are saying that the goal is to combine ICE's established market systems with that of OKX's blockchain technology to modernize global financial markets and expand access to investors. What is your assessment regarding this news, Satoshi? Are you a fan of it, or do you think there's additional work that needs to be done regarding this news?
This partnership between Intercontinental Exchange and OKX is quite strategic, George. By combining traditional market systems with blockchain technology, it could really modernize global markets and expand access for investors by offering things like U.S. futures and tokenized securities, pending approval. Having Andrew Cuomo involved could also bring valuable leadership and guidance. It's definitely a space to watch.
Definitely an interesting news. Now let's go and discuss the next is Satoshi. And here's the thing, our Solana Foundation did actually make a really staggering announcement, and the news is that MoneyGram, they have joined Solana developer platform as an infrastructure partner, and at the same time, guys, they're also becoming an active validator for Solana network. Now regarding MoneyGram, Satoshi, them partnering with Solana ecosystem is great because it does improve interoperability between traditional payment systems with that of blockchain-based rails, and this news definitely signals growing institutional confidence in networks like Solana, isn't it? And here's the thing, guys, if you actually go to the official announcement, it is actually broken down into two parts. The first one is protocol level commitment, and the second one is regarding open rails or global access. Now regarding protocol level commitment, Satoshi, MoneyGram is integrating Solana and stablecoins into its core payment and also treasury systems to improve interoperability. And regarding opening rails or global access, what the announcement says that through the Solana developer platform, it aims to enable seamless global on-chain money movement with partners like MasterCard as well as Western Union. Now do you want to tell our listeners, Satoshi, what is the significance of this news? And more importantly, if you look at it at an industry level, how is the ecosystem going to be benefited by it? And more importantly, how can users benefit by it?
Sure, George. MoneyGram's partnership with Solana is significant. The ecosystem could see more transaction volume and showcase its speed for real-world use, while users gain a bridge between fiat and crypto, potentially for faster and cheaper cross-border payments. This integration could attract a lot more activity by simplifying those conversions. Users directly benefit by having an accessible way to move between cash and digital assets, making it easier to participate in decentralized finance or send remittances without traditional bank delays. It also provides a practical way to use crypto for everyday purposes.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. Now let's go and discuss the final news for today. It looks like now we have first MiCA-regulated stablecoin, and the news, guys, is that AllUnity, they have launched a new stablecoin, and the ticker symbol for that is SEKAU, S for sugar, E for elephant, K for kite, A for alpha, U for umbrella. Now one of the reasons why this news is so important is because this is going to be the first fully reserved Swedish krona-backed stablecoin that is compliant with US MiCA regulations, and this particular stablecoin ball Unity is actually pegged 1-to-1 with Swedish krona, and they are backed by segregated reserves, making it redeemable and transparent, and it is structured as an e-money tokenized designed for faster payments, settlements and cross-border transfers. Now it's important to note, guys, that this particular stablecoin will launch across multiple blockchains including Ethereum, Solana, Base, Polygon as well as Tempo, and their goal Satoshi is to go ahead and improve accessibility and liquidity, and it expands all Unity's existing stablecoin lineup, which I believe already includes Euro and Swiss franc backed tokens as part of its broader multi-currency digital payment strategy. Definitely interesting news, isn't it? So these were the macro level newscasts on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and discuss the first news, and this is connected to Sorbonne University, Abu Dhabi and Open Innovation AI, and they have signed a strategic memorandum of understanding at Viva Tech 2026 in Paris. Now this agreement, guys, was signed on 19th of June 2026, and the partnership focuses on AI education, research, student opportunities and industry collaboration. And the Sorbonne University, Abu Dhabi and Open Innovation AI guys will jointly create and deliver workshops and training programs, and both organizations will develop executive education program focused on artificial intelligence, and the collaboration includes exploring joint research projects and academic initiatives, and students will gain access and internship opportunities throughout the partnership, and students and researchers will be able to use OpenAI innovation platforms for educational purposes, and available technologies include OI Chat, OICM and GPU accelerator resources, and the partnership guys aims to strengthen connection between academia and industry, and both sides will promote knowledge sharing and collaboration in the AI sector. And Saudi University Chancellor Natalie Marshall-Brass highlighted the importance of responsible and ethical AI development, and the collaboration aims to equip students with practical AI skills needed by the industry. And OpenAI's innovation CEO did actually said that AI development is critical for national success. Now look, as the initiative does actually support the growth of future AI leaders, researchers and innovators in the United Arab Emirates. Now the agreement does actually align with Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi's Year of Artificial Intelligence and is focused on emerging technologies. And here's the thing, guys, they continue to expand AI education through the Sorbonne Center for Artificial Intelligence. And during the Viva Tech 2026, guys, Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi also hosted a panel featuring experts from Total Energies and Tej to discuss AI research, innovation and strategic partnership. Now what do you make of this particular news, Satoshi? What is your assessment regarding this particular announcement?
In this partnership, Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi and Open Innovation AI are collaborating to advance AI education and research, George. They plan to develop workshops, training programs, and executive education focused on AI, including exploring joint research projects. This will provide students with internship opportunities, access to OpenAI's platforms, and allow researchers to utilize resources like GPU accelerators. Essentially, it's a push to strengthen collaboration between academia and industry, fostering knowledge sharing and addressing responsible and ethical AI development. It sounds like a comprehensive plan to build skilled talent in the region.
Definitely. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go and look at the next news. And this is connected to Saudi Food and Drug Authority. And the news causes as SFDA, that is Saudi Food and Drug Authority, they have approved an AI-powered medical app for public use, and the app can measure heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and also blood sugar using a smart camera. And with this move, Saudi Food and Drug Authority became the first regulator in the world to grant marketing authorization for this type of application. Now the approval followed a detailed review of technical documents and clinical evidence, and the app uses artificial intelligence to analyze users' vital signs. And here's the thing, it works by scanning a short facial video taken with a smartphone. Now the technology behind this app is called RPPG, that is Remote Photo Emoji, and advanced algorithms process facial data to estimate key health measures, and users must first calibrate blood pressure reading with a certified medical device, and calibrations help improve the accuracy of blood pressure monitoring. And here's the thing, the application is not designed for emergency situations or critical care. It is intended as a health monitoring tool rather than a standalone diagnostic solution. Now here's the thing, the project was developed in collaboration between the SFDA, that is Saudi Food and Drug Administration, and also the Saudi Ministry of Health. And the Ministry of Health was represented by Sayah Virtual Hospital in the initiative, and the application was tested to the Saudi Food and Drug Administration Authority's Regulatory Sandbox program, and it later advanced to the Innovative Medical Device Pathway. And here's the thing, the evaluation process included a dedicated clinical trial conducted in Saudi Arabia. And regarding the approval supports Saudi Arabia's digital health innovation goals and aligns with Year of Intelligence Year 2026 and also Vision 2030. Now look, Satoshi, this news definitely sounds great, but according to you, what are the key areas they should be focusing on, and I'm talking about more from a security and possibly threat point of view, Satoshi.
Based on this news, George, focusing on the security and threat point of view means key areas include protecting sensitive data, ensuring compliance with strict privacy standards, and mitigating vulnerabilities in remote monitoring technologies. It's about safeguarding user information and the integrity of the entire system. Robust cybersecurity measures are essential to build trust and prevent unauthorized access.
Definitely important point, Satoshi. Really appreciate that. So these were the newscasts on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's go ahead and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, alright?
Hey everyone, this is Satoshi from the Blockchain DXB podcast, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. And we have a question from Laura, who asks, how important are partnerships between universities and AI companies for developing local AI talent?
I think it's needless to say it is probably the most important thing, isn't it? And it is common sense, Laura, that having partnership is great, not just for the AI companies, but also for students and more importantly for the society, isn't it? So the answer to that is an upfront yes. But at the same time, Satoshi, do you think notorious companies will be swaying a lot of university students to a specific direction? And talking about politics, we know the left-leaning administration and Democrats, they're definitely misleading a lot of students in universities, isn't it? Now, part of me definitely would like to think that companies having partnership with university students is great, but if you know what is going on by the Democrats, they're definitely aligning them to woke ideologies, isn't it? So there are definitely dangers associated with that as well, in my honest opinion.
It's definitely true that while partnerships can offer a lot of benefits, there's a risk that companies might try to influence students' development for their own gain, rather than focusing purely on educational goals. And when we bring politics into it, there's absolutely a concern about ideologies being pushed, potentially leading to a lack of balanced perspectives. Ultimately, the most important thing is that students are empowered to think critically and explore diverse viewpoints, no matter who the partnership involves. That's the bedrock of true education, whether it's in technology or governance.
So would it make sense, Satoshi, in any of these partnerships, they should not be focusing on any ideologies, and I'm talking about political ideologies or trying to be woke, rather focus only on technology? And maybe in the Memorandum of Understanding, they should clearly state that, and according to me should go beyond Memorandum of Understanding. Even during the partnership, let's say if students, they do identify that the company is notoriously trying to have a lot of ideologies, there should be something called as whistleblower policy or something of that sort as well, isn't it?
A focus on technology and clear guidelines makes perfect sense, George. And your idea about a whistleblower policy is a great one. It provides a safe channel for students to raise concerns if they see anything they feel is unethical or biased beyond the agreed terms. That adds another layer of accountability and protection for the students. It's all about building a structure that's transparent and truly beneficial.
Well, definitely an interesting question, Laura. And look, right now there's a lot of wokeism going on, so this question, according to me, definitely is a really important one. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursday is the Blockchain DXB podcast. We look at the process. We look at the latest technological development. We also talk about geopolitics, because whether we like it or not, Satoshi, politics and politicians, they're definitely having a massive impact not just on the price, even in the future direction and trajectory of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Then guys, you look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Artificial intelligence is definitely a hot topic in the Middle East, and what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.